Welcome to Masters of the Arts. I'm Jennifer Shahade. I'm a chess champion and I'm also a board member here at the World Chess Hall of Fame. And I'm so excited to have with us today Nette Robinson, who is a chess player, a jazz singer, and a featured artist in this amazing show, Painted Pieces. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Purling London and chess and art.
About 4 years ago, I was exhibiting at the London Chess Classic. I had all my chess artwork, and Simon of Purling London was there with some of his chess sets, and he was just starting out. And then we connected there, got to know each other, and kept in touch, and we collaborated on some exhibitions in London. And I painted a few chess sets for clients.
And we're actually sitting right in front of a new chess set. It was actually created just this year for this exhibition.
That's right. Yeah.
It's called Spoils of the Ocean. It's absolutely stunning.
The piece is actually a comment on the oceans and the pollution and the kind of, especially the plastic pollution that's been so topical right now. And I really wanted to create something that had a message, but I also wanted it to look beautiful and also be playable.
So tell us a little bit about the color scheme for this set, because it's so striking, right? You have all one color on the black side, and on the white side, it's these beautiful pastels.
That's right. So the whole setup is to do with the oceans, and it's to do with the contamination of the water with the plastics, and also to do with the bleaching of the coral reefs with the rising temperatures. So the white side are actually representing the corals that are being bleached. So that's why I've got this kind of graduation of tones from sort of darks to lights, the idea being that the colour is being sapped out of them. So at that point in the news, there'd been an awful lot about plastic pollutions and the contamination of waters and decimation of marine life, and I thought it would be a perfect theme for this chess set, because I could just imagine having the corals one side, and I could imagine that to differentiate, I could represent the oceans on the other side, and there would be a very clear distinction between the two. And that was always something that was important to me, that it would. I wanted the idea, I wanted it to have that message, but I still wanted it to be playable.
Gotcha, right. And then obviously on the other side, there's less differentiation, right?
Yeah.
So that represents when things have become really polluted.
Yeah, so the black pieces are representing the polluted oceans. So I've got this sort of aquamarine and sort of blue colours that have all throughout the pieces. So they've also got these sort of flecks on them, which are representing the fragments of plastics in the water. And again, because I wanted it to look like a beautiful set, I didn't want to just draw ugly bits of plastic and bottles and things. I just wanted it to be a symbol of that destruction. And as you can see on the board too, I've got some of the squares have got those fragments in as well.
Another thing that this kind of connects to with chess is that sometimes you reach in chess this point of no return where against a good player, you're definitely going to lose the game. And so when I see this set, I can't help but think about how a lot of scientists say that, we're reaching the point where we might not be able to return if we don't do a lot about climate change.
The only bit on the board that's actually not to do with the destruction is the light squares over there are actually representing the clear waters, because we're not quite there where everything is completely destroyed. But most of it is representing the destruction. So it's still maybe some hope there.
I think pieces like yours also remind us that there are some games in which nobody wins, and there are some games when everybody wins. Yeah. And that's what it's really important in the World Chess Hall of Fame, because across the street at the St. Louis Chess Club, we're all about winning and losing and who's the best chess player in the world. Yeah. And here we're really about that overlap between culture and chess, and how you can get smarter and deepen your ideas and your vision via this game.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your other piece in the show, the Stars and Stripes Kings?
Of course. The Stars and Stripes, I guess there's a few things that I had in mind, and one being that the Stars and Stripes, such an iconic and strong and striking image, and in itself, it's just very visual and very interesting to use as a piece. Also, I was actually painting these coming up to the presidential election, and
the recent one?
Yeah, the recent one, and I felt there was just a real sense of lots of division and lots of feelings coming up around and that, and lots of kind of negative feelings and lots of turmoil, and I felt that it was kind of meant to as a symbol of sort of pride and of celebration of the America and its people, its cultures and everything. And the flag itself, so the pieces are made to look as though they've been wrapped in the flag. And the idea that the flag is kind of an embracing image to create.
I love it, and I really, when I see those pieces, wrapped in the American flag, I think about Fabiano Caruana winning the candidates in Berlin recently,
of course.
And this beautiful photograph of him that's actually all over the World Chess Hall of Fame now, wrapped in the American flag right after winning. Finally, I wanted to ask you about the virtual reality piece that you have in the show.
Oh yes, the virtual reality piece. Yeah, so this was actually a set that I painted, and it was inspired by that amazing cathedral in Moscow, the St. Basil's Cathedral, the really beautiful, crazy colours. So with the virtual reality, they recreated those pieces for the game. It's a game by Ripstone called Chess Ultra. And it's just amazing to see it in on a computer.
Why is this like such an amazing canvas for artists? This just beautiful Staunton set.
Well, I guess the Staunton set's such a classic, kind of classic shape. It's so recognisable, like everyone knows those kind of shapes. And what's really great about it is you can see all the exhibits here, is that we're all given the same pieces, and yet everyone has treated them in a different way, and you can get so many different things, different results from the same starting point. I think that's really great. Having that limitation is actually really interesting to see what you can do with it.
I totally agree. I feel like it's like the poetry of sculpture in a way, chess, because you have these constraints, but they actually, in some ways, make it more beautiful and interesting. Thanks, Nette. This was so much fun. And if you guys want to find out more about what's going on here at the Chess Campus, and specifically the World Chess Hall of Fame, go to worldchesshof.org.